Welcome back, everyone. Barbara Belmont here from barbaraebelmont.com. And as you know, I've been doing these calls and doing self demos in regards to the emotion code, the body code, and the belief code, which those modalities you can receive. Go to discoverhealing.com and read all about these modalities, these holistic healing modalities. And that's where all the training takes place. So if you're interested, that's where you go. So I wanted to tell you about some success that I had. So this was like 3 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago that I started. I had come back from a trip. I had been away, but when I came back, I started craving white cake and white frosting. It's very specific. And so I would go to the store every day or every other day, and I would buy just a slice of it, which would it would go 2 servings for this cake. And I just craved it and I could not stop. I don't know, I was on that roll and I could not stop myself. I tried everything to stop. I tried talking to myself. This isn't good for me, blah, 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 but nothing worked. So then I used the emotion code and the body code. Well, I used the body code actually. And I'll tell you about it because I did use some tapping too at the very end, and something else came out after I did the tapping. So let me tell you. So since I did this was 6 days ago, I do not want any white cake, any white frosting. I can go by the counter. I do not have that craving. I don't have that urge. I don't have the food noise that you get in regards to thinking about it, because that's the other piece that happens. And so that's huge because once I'm on that roll, it's hard to get off. And this is a way to get off a roll that you're on. So let me tell you what I released: a physical allergy to gluten. And this is when I was working on the craving for the cake and the white frosting together. So physical allergy, gluten, an emotional reverberation of self-abuse, a despair anchor of I have no one. And then I was guided through, my working with my subconscious mind, and it said, just work on the white frosting. So just the white frosting, there was nothing else to do on the white cake, but the white frosting was in regards, I had a miasm from my mother. So then I had an organ communication of my right adrenal and anxiety. So my right adrenal was not able to process anxiety, and it was feeling the negative effects of this anxiety. So then I stopped and I had 3 days of processing. And then I thought, because I really wanted to acknowledge how I had been feeling in regards to craving this for this whole time. And I was really doing that noise of really being very critical of myself, which we all do at times. And so I tapped on my feelings. I felt like the craving was way down after I tapped on it. So I just acknowledged how I felt, that I was craving this, and that how I felt about it, and that I was okay, and I can accept all of me. So once I was done that, I felt I was done. However, my intuition said, ask again, do I have any imbalances? Because I had already released the imbalances. I did some tapping. So it's almost like this last thing was hidden. And as soon as I tapped, acknowledged it, and I was like, I have a video of all this, and if you'd like to see it, I will attach that, and you can see the whole thing if you'd like to see how I combined the emotion code, the body code, and tapping together. And so after I did the tapping, I found out when I asked, did I had any other imbalances? This is important because I had an absorbed, trapped emotion of grief from someone who I really care about. And I can see how this has been, that's been hard for this person. And I absorbed that grief. And I don't know when, I think I was around this person, had been around this person recently quite a bit. And I think that's when I absorbed it. Whenever I didn't ask, I just knew that that's where it came from because I asked, was it that person? Anyway, so that was the end of the session. And since then, I do not want white cake. I do not want white frosting. I can walk through and I don't have the noise anymore. I don't like, oh my gosh, I want it, I want it, I want it, all those things. So that's it. So thanks for watching this today. I really appreciate it. As you know, this modality is a holistic healing modality. It is complementary to whatever you're doing. We do not, uh, it's not to be used to diagnose, treat, or cure any medical or psychological ailment. And these are not a substitute for medical, psychological, or therapeutic advice from a licensed healthcare professional. So I'm going to attach the actual my session, and you can watch that if you want. It's long because there's a lot of pauses and those kinds of things. And as I'm trying to, so it's quite lengthy. But if you'd like to look at it and see how that all came up, especially how I was doing the tapping together, that was really, really helpful. I think that combination really helped. But I think it really brought out that last thing that was really underneath everything. So thank you for joining in and watching. If you have any questions, if you'd like to, are you looking to work with somebody on cravings, weight issues, or any stress related issues, please contact me at barbaraebelmont.com. Send me a message. I will do a free consultation. We do that on Zoom. I like to see who I'm working with, and they can ask me any questions. And if we're a good fit, we'll go from there. And if not, I will send you to someone else. And you have to find, my belief is you have to find the person who is best for you at the time. Sometimes people will go to a practitioner and they'll be going there for a while. And then they're like, I've got what I can from them, and then I'll try someone else if you're looking in that. So anyway, thank you so much and have a wonderful day.